Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. It's Week 12 in college football. We are the odds couple. You coming from sportsbookreview.com, SBRodds.com, and we're going to talk right now with Ross Benjamin from RBWins.com about the Thursday night Louisville Houston matchup. Now, this is a really tough one. I actually I looked at this. I was like, I'm not sure what I think about it, and I'm going to hold off. I haven't done any research on it. Probably the best research I could do. Great to start out here with just hearing Ross's breakdown on it. He has a great, Ross Benjamin was the one who warned us against what was it, Iowa?
It was Iowa.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, buddy.
He didn't call for an outright win, but he did call for great betting value.
And he did. He said, "Red light is on. Be careful." Yep.
So these are the kinds of games that he has great insights into. Right now, it's plus 14 or 13.5 for Houston. Houston obviously coming off of a win, but another ATS loss. They've lost 5 in a row ATS, but Louisville hasn't exactly been an ATS juggernaut themselves. I mean, they've had some great wins, some great blowout wins, but they went into Virginia as a 30-plus point favorite and only won by 7. So they can be beat ATS. Maybe Houston looks at this game and says, we've had a totally disappointing season, but we come back here, we get an outright win, we try our best, and maybe Houston is a good bet as a dog. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Well, it's an interesting game, and I'm dying to hear what Ross has to say. And yes, he did. He had a great call on that Iowa. This is two teams that early in the year were thinking, you know what, we got a chance to be in the 4, and they expected to be. I know that Houston did. Then Louisville really turned everybody's head, and then shit went south real quick, especially for Houston.
There, though.
Louisville's still there, but still, they knew what they're doing now, though, Pete. After what happened last weekend, both of these teams said, damn it, if we would have just hung on and didn't have those little skips in the road, they would have been right in there. But the good thing, because of what happened last weekend, they both still have a legitimate chance. Well, Louisville for sure. Houston, it would take a miracle. But again, like you said, Houston, 5 straight ATS losses. Again, I don't know what happened. I don't know how the mojo got lost on that team, Greg Ward and company. Houston. But I really, really think this is a game that I think Petrino will coach, and he will absolutely get the win. I think Louisville, I don't think 14's too much. I think they're capable because of what's in the heads of Houston. I think they could run away with this thing, Pete. This could be a 3-touchdown win in my eyes.
I'm thinking the other way. I'm thinking Houston plus 14 is the side. Ross Benjamin for RBWins.com. What do you think?
Well, Pete, I'm not going to make this an official play for all of the confusion and reasons you guys have already alluded to. I mean, I agree with you. This is a very tough call, especially in light of the fact they just released a line on this game last night because of the uncertain status of Greg Ward. And you both know if he gets knocked out of this game, Louisville's an absolute lock. And I think there's been a line adjustment here because my power index numbers show Houston being a 7.5-point underdog in this game, and they have them at 14. I think there's been some adjustment here by the books, knowing that Greg Ward, A, isn't 100%, and B, with that shoulder injury and the mobility that he uses in his game where he runs a lot, he's one good shot of being knocked out of the game. So they've allotted for that. Having said that, if Greg Ward stays healthy and upright throughout the course of this game, I like the Houston Cougars. Again, that's conjecture. Let's keep this in mind, Pete. Houston did lose their last 5 in a row against the spread. All of those came as a favorite. As a matter of fact, the only time they were an underdog all year long was in their season opener against Oklahoma, and that was at home as well, and they won that game 33-23. As a matter of fact, under Tom Herman, this team, this Houston club, is 4-0 straight up in ATS when they're labeled as an underdog. In 3 of those situations, they were double-digit underdogs. The opener against Oklahoma this year, and then last year they knocked off Louisville, the same Louisville team as a 13-point road dog, and also in that major bowl game against Florida State. I'm going to have a very slight lean here, guys, on the Houston Cougars plus the 14. Not going to call for the outright upset, but I think they'll do enough to stay inside this large number.
All right, What do you think? Has he convinced you to go on anything officially, Mike Brenner?
No, he hasn't. And again, it's nothing that he said. I'm just going to pull the trigger on my gut from when I've been digging into this game. I was going to wait until we maybe had our break in, our show today for updates, but I'm pulling the trigger now. I just think Petrino is a much better coach than Herman. And when this team kind of went into a downslide mentally, Houston I'm talking about, all right, I did not see him pick it up and just literally make them feel like, guess what, we are still the best, let's get over it. All right, Ward's health is everything. And what Ross alluded to, one one good shot, and he could be out of there. And guess what? They're going to absolutely have a target on him because that's what Petrino's going to tell his defense. You go knock him the hell out of this game.
You think so?
I do. And you know what? I do.
Move. Okay.
Well, it is. Well, Petrino, look at this guy was riding around on a motorcycle with a 25-year-old and had a freaking accident, lost his job at Arkansas for crying out loud. I'm pulling the trigger on the first half. We'll go with the bookmaker opener because that's probably not a half line out right now.
Yeah, I will check. But
any guy who has an affair with a 30-year-old broad and loses his job should be your favorite here.
Yeah, you know what, though? But I'm going the other way because, I think really Petrino's just going to come out here and have this team ready. Herman, I think, is questioning his own self, Ross. I really do. The team itself, I think, is questioning everything about themselves, ability-wise, potential-wise, and I think they know they have underachieved. I'm telling you, I think this is going to be a damn blowout, and I'm going to pull the trigger first half, and I'm going to take the 14 on the full game,
well,
and I'm going official.
We can give you 13.5, which is a line that the Greek and the Heritage have, which is indicates a lean to Houston. Ross Benjamin, you want to come back and respond to anything Mike Brenner just said?
I can't argue with what Mike's saying. Like I said, this is a tough call, and I could see a case either way, and his case is compelling as well. So we'll see what happens. It's an intriguing matchup. Yeah. We very rarely see a non-conference game this late in the season with two quality teams like this.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Brenner, so you're going official on the first half and the full game.
Can't wait. I'm fired up. I am fired up, Pistol.
Ross Benjamin's website is rbwins.com. Tell us a little bit about that, Ross.
rbwins.com, guys, 13-4 against the spread with my college football picks. Wow. The last 4 weeks doesn't get much better than that. Those are the picks that I give to all my paying clients and that I personally wager on myself. That's rbwins.com.
Nice job,
Ross.
Little
and you make a lot.
That's right.
Awesome.
I love that ending. You can't miss that one.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.